Okay, what's up? Good morning. Happy Sunday. So let's get into some updates. I'm going to drink my coffee. I just finished my steps in my neighborhood. Nice day for it. A little hot. That's the dewy Georgia humidity facial that I got this morning. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so last week I had some big weight drops, and then so Monday when my coach read my check-in, no big changes. We kept the same food decrease that we had started prep with. Cardio stayed the same, 4 days a week on the incline tread. It was great. I was happy. Goal was 140s by the end of this week, which would be this weigh in this morning. And we didn't get it. I actually gained a pound from the day before. So it's fine. I'm fine. So right now I weigh every day, and that has its own struggles for me sometimes. But the scale is a tool that we have to use right now, and that is what it is. I just really try to not let it mentally get to me. But between yesterday, Saturday, and today, I gained 1 pound, 1 whole pound, and it was away from the 140s. So, I'm sure a food cut is coming, which is fine because honestly, I'm eating a decent amount of food, but I also think a cardio increase is probably coming, and that is always harder because it's just finding the time to do it. It gets very tricky. And also, I hate it. I hate walking on a treadmill for 35 minutes. It is not fun. I don't feel strong. You just try and people watch or watch a YouTube video, or like even my serial killer podcast ain't getting it done right now. So I just try and entertain myself as much as I can, and it doesn't work. So, but I also know the other option usually will increase to the Stairmaster at some point. And if you've ever been on that just machine from hell, I would like to stay off of that as long as possible. So I don't know what's going to happen. I would imagine a decrease in food, an increase in cardio. I'm hoping for sprint intervals, but we'll see. And I mean, the weight has to come off. So it's a necessary evil, and I'm just going to pout about it today, and we'll get back ready to do it tomorrow. So I'm trying not to let it bother me. If any of you weigh on a daily basis, maybe I feel like women lean more towards this. You get like caught up on that scale number, and it can ruin your day. It can literally ruin your day. So I'm going today actively not let it ruin my day. And once I hit done on this video, we're not thinking about it anymore. So hopefully next week I will be in the 140s like my coach wanted. And I do have a picture update plan, but I was trying to wait until I hit a certain weight, because in this journey that I've had with my coach, we had quite a long building phase, and then we did a mini cut, because as you're building, you're eating more, and it's not all muscle that you put on, right? I mean, muscle, if you've ever tried to gain muscle, it is so hard to build outside of taking anabolics or some sort of performance enhancing drug, which, like I said in my previous videos, not doing right now. So it is very hard. So you must eat food, you must train hard, but then you also kind of put on some body fat. And then so at certain points when, it's time to kind of pull the body fat back, then you do a small cut, mini cut, sometimes longer cuts depending on how long you have been bulking for. But anyway, so we had done a mini cut. I finished that mini cut around 146, 148 pounds, depending on the day that I weigh. And I wanted to wait until I got back to that weight again to compare those two pictures so we can actually see the muscle that I've built, because those two pictures will have the most consistent variables, right? Like the weight is the same. The only thing different would be the muscle that I've put on. So y'all, this bee situation out here today is off the chain. My husband he's a beekeeper. It's his new hobby he started, and they're all out this morning. This was a terrible time of morning. Okay, it's gonna be fine. I definitely don't smell like a flower after my walk. So, all right, moving on. So that's the plan for the pictures. I'm hoping maybe next week. God, I hope I'm close to the 140s next week. And then we'll see what the pictures look like. So, subscribe if you want the very first update for that picture. All right. And then just for the rest of the video, I thought I would talk about how much I'm eating, even though that's going to change tomorrow, I'm sure, and what my day looks like, because, I feel like in every video I keep mentioning, like, the time is hard. It's hard to find the time. And I know I'm not the only one, particularly if you are a parent and have other lives that you are responsible for, that you're trying to make amazing and good and complete, to try and fit in time. One of these bees is about to make an appearance on my video. To make the time to do and complete goals that you still have in mind. So, what I'm eating right now, this was the first cut. I'll just throw out some random numbers. So I'm at around 2,200 calories on my non-training days. I'm sorry, on my training days. And then around 1,900 calories on my non-training days, which is only 2 days a week. So for the majority of the week, I'm eating 2,200 calories around. I'm rounding, but that's about what it is. And that's more than the daily advised average, okay? So you women, eat some food. And the more muscle you build, the more you can eat. So if you want to eat, if you like to eat, I like to eat, build some muscle, feed the muscle, and stop eating 1,300 calories a day. Okay, that's my public service announcement. And guys too, if you're under eating, stop that. Go lift weights, build muscle, eat to build the muscle, and then eat to keep the muscle. Okay, just stop under eating, all right? So I'm sure that's gonna change tomorrow. I can't wait to see how it changes tomorrow. But honestly, it was time. I haven't been that hungry. My weight loss has stalled. I did lose weight this week, but it was only about half a pound, and that's a half a pound a week for 16 more weeks is not going to get me to a stage lean weight. It just isn't, and that's just math and just how it's going to go. So, in like a goal-oriented weird way, I'm ready for a cut of food. I'm sure it will come. I'll update you Sunday how bad that was. And then as far as a normal prep day and time management, so I'm gonna walk you through training day, because that's when it's obviously the busiest. And I'm gonna walk you through a training day, which is also a work day. And I have props, so get excited. So my morning on a training day that is also a work day, I wake up at 4 a.m. Not happily, but I wake up at 4 a.m. and then I will wash my face, brush my teeth, throw on my clothes, and then grab this big boy and start drinking it. So I have a gallon of water a day that I drink, and really that's what everyone should drink. I was doing it before I was in prep. Most people are underfed, overhydrated. Oh my God, it's so early. What's wrong with me? Most people are overfed, underhydrated. So if you can switch that, you may find that your appetite is controlled a little bit more. So most resources are going to recommend an ounce of water per pound of body weight. Ideal body weight. Okay, if you're out there and you're 300 pounds, please don't drink 300 ounces of water. But that's around, usually a gallon is a good goal, maybe sometimes more depending on what you've been doing, if you're sweating, if you're outside, lots of variables. But if you could try and get in a gallon of water a day, your body's gonna love you for it. So I start drinking my water, first thing, make my coffee. Here it is. I put some supplements in here. There's creatine in here. There's some collagen in here, a little bit of almond milk, and some honey to sweeten it. That's it. I really don't put a lot of all those creamers and stuff. I got away from that a long, long time ago. And then I take my supplements, and this is my favorite little thing I just bought. So it actually needs to be filled, and I actually need to take mine from this morning. So we'll do that as soon as we're done. But I take my supplements, and then we go to the gym. I eat something, and then we go to the gym. And we're at the gym for, depending on if it's a training day or a training and cardio day, hour and a half to 2 hours, 5 days a week. Once I'm done at the gym, I put on my work clothes that I have brought, change all my clothes, get ready, cleaned up for the gym, for work, and then we go to work. And we're there until we're done. That's going to get better. That's really hard to do. And a lot of weeks I'm very stressed because it causes me not to be able to check certain boxes that I have. And I am a box checker, and it bothers me when I can't check the boxes like I should. So once I'm done with work, I come home, and then the afternoon or evening or night, whatever it ends up being, is for my kid and my husband. And that's it. And then we do it all again tomorrow. At night, I prep everything for the next day, depending on what I'm doing. And then that's how I manage things. And it's a busy day. And then on top of all of that, right now, I have 11,000 steps I have to try and get in, which with cardio days, not hard, but non-cardio days, kind of hard. Because my job can be kind of sedentary, because I'll start a case and sometimes we sit for 6 hours until the surgery's over. So it just depends on what's going on. But I have found that the best way to get your things done is to carve out time that you don't have responsibilities for other people, which for me is when my kid is still asleep. And that's just what it has to be. And I've gotten used to it, still don't like it, would prefer to train at, 7 or 8, and I try and get that in when I can, but that's what my day looks like. So there's sacrifices that are made to get the goals in that I have while I'm supporting other people in their goals. And that's just what a family should do. So that's where that is. So for the rest of the day, I am going to go to church. I'm going to try and forget about my weigh-in. It will happen eventually today. It'll be fine. And I don't know what that was. And then we will go to the gym. I'm going to go with my daughter to the gym. The gym I work out at has this really cute family HIIT class that she likes to do. She asked me to do it. I'm not pushing her to do it, but I will never say no when my child asks me to go to the gym. Not ever. So I hope you guys can do something fun with your families today, something active with your families today. I feel like, I chase a standard in bodybuilding that they have set, and then I also set a standard at my house for quality life expectations, and being healthy and making good choices for your body is one of them. So I encourage you to set that standard at your own house for your own kids and your own spouses and your own family, because people watch. Even if it's only 29 people, that's fine. People see what you're doing, and hopefully they'll take something from it. So drink your water, eat your food, lift the weights, and set aside time for your goals so you can support other people's goals. And have a great Sunday. Bye.